Posted on my Facebook page if you guys wanted to see a drugstore makeup tutorial, and I've never had so many people wanting one video. Let me know any videos you want to see, or drugstore videos, or any videos at all. I would love your input. I just keep looking at my highlight. Okay, so starting off, I'm going to use a primer. So this actually isn't a typical primer. It's actually the Nivea for Men Aftershave Balm. It's the sensitive one. The number one ingredient, I'm pretty sure, is glycerin, and so that makes your foundation stick to your skin and makes it last longer. So I don't have a drugstore primer, but I have this, which everyone's been using. And if you're sensitive to scents, you won't like this. It smells like, well, like guy cologne almost. But yeah, it does make your foundation last a lot longer. So I shook it up. I'm just gonna press this into my skin. Today I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Finish foundation. I'm using shade Buff Bisque. This is a really, really nice foundation, really good coverage, lasts a long time, looks good in photos. I usually use a beauty blender, but I'm using the Real Techniques sponge. So as you can see, I've had like a breakout, and around my nose is a little red, and I have a little bit of a dry spot right there. So I'm wanting to cover all of that, and this foundation will cover that. I know it looks darker than my face, but my face is not as tanned as the rest of my body because I exfoliate so much. So I'm just working that into my skin, pressing my beauty blender in. So I'm gonna be using my concealer to highlight in between my brows. So you see how you can see a little bit of redness still? Well, I'm gonna be putting concealer there so it will cover up eventually. Okay, so for concealer, I used to always use this and I haven't used it in forever. I just picked it up, so I'm excited to try this again and give you my thoughts because I honestly can't even remember what it's like. I'm doing a little bit of highlighting with it as well. I probably went a little too extreme with the concealer there, but that's okay. And I'm putting the concealer on my eyelid as my eyeshadow base. So I am loving this concealer. It looks really like it's an age rewind one, so I think it's a little bit more moisturizing. I'm just gonna add a little bit more in here because I'm looking a little tired. And so if I want a little more coverage, I'm putting down my beauty sponge and I'm gonna use my ring finger and press it into my skin. And the reason why I'm doing that is because a damp beauty sponge will pick up any excess product, and I want to keep my product there and more of a full coverage there. Perfect. So now I'm taking, which I've had for a while, the CoverGirl Advanced Radiance powder, and I'm setting my under eye and my eyelid, and this is in shade Ivory. I'm just going to press this into my skin and set. Don't rub or you will move your product. Going into bronzer, this is no surprise. It's the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It smells amazing, like vacation. Honestly, this bronzer is like high end, it feels like. Oh, this is the Real Techniques brush that I love. You can get Real Techniques again at Walmart or London Drugs. And I'm just bronzing up my skin, giving it some definition. I'm not contouring. Now I'm going into blush. This is Milani Luminoso Baked Blush. It's a super pretty corally gold shade. You can't really see it, but it's so pretty. So I'm taking that same bronzer brush and I'm applying it to my cheeks. I'm loving like a bigger, fluffier brush for blush to make it more blended and diffused. Okay, so I'm excited to try my next product. It's a drugstore highlighter, and I've never tried a drugstore highlighter before. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter. I went with the gold one, and it's crazy pigmented. I don't know if that's picking up on camera or not, but that's like crazy. And it's super smooth. I don't know if you've ever tried some highlighters. Can be, I like to put it on top of my eyebrow. Can be super powdery and they don't look good and they sit on top of the skin. This is working right into the skin. It almost doesn't even look like a powder. This is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette and I got it in warm neutrals. First I'm going to take this color right here and put it in as my transition shade. I'm going to darken up my transition a little bit with that shade right there. It's kind of like a cooler, rosier undertone. I like that eyeshadow a lot. So I'm wanting a really blown out smoky eye. So I'm really bringing it up into like, it's going almost all the way to my brow bone. And I'm actually going to connect it underneath. So I'm going to follow that crease and go right underneath. So now I'm going to go into this warm orangey brown, super pigmented. So I'm putting this on the outside of my eye and I'm pressing it into my skin. Whoa, that's super nice. So now taking that blending brush I was just using earlier and blending out the edges. Okay, so now I'm going to go in to this red, same brush again. Oh, this one's super pigmented too. Okay, if these glitter shades are nice, this is going to be like my new go-to palette for my everyday. Because it's just so easy and affordable. This color's like a purple. Ooh, that's really pretty. This color's like a purpley gray. I'm going to put some along my lash line. So see how I got some fallout? Just take your brush and wipe it away. That color didn't really stick. Okay, so the only shade so far that I'm not loving is this one. Take the darker red color and put that closer to my lash line. And connect it to the outer portion. And then take my blending brush and blend. I'm going to spray my brush with the All Day Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting spray. Okay, so I'm going to mix this reddish color, shimmery color, and this one here. Okay, this palette is life. So I'm taking this matte ivory color and blend it out. So next is my eyeliner. So I got another one of these NYX liners. So all you do is you look down in your mirror, and I always have a mirror down here if you ever see me looking down. And I just press this up into my lash line. So now I'm going to put on the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise Mascara. And this stuff is really nice. This is the look without lashes. So now I'm going to use my lashes. So these are the Demi Wispies. I get the multi-pack because I use these on clients lots. And I usually use the House of Lashes lash glue, but that's not Drugstore, so I'm using the Duo one. And you can get that at Walmart. I'm going to apply some mascara over top of them just to blend my lashes in with the fake ones. Okay, so that's the eyes. Okay, so now moving on to brows. I'm super excited. How many times am I going to say super excited? NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe. So I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Taupe Brow Pencil. And I love it because it's like a cool toned blonde. And I find it's really hard to find a cool toned blonde. It always goes warm. So I'm just brushing up my eyebrows with the spoolie side. So I'm starting with my tail end and using little brush strokes. And this is a video in it itself, so I'm just going to quickly do my brows, but not, it's actually not quickly, but in this video it's going to look quick. I feel like that's pretty nice. I don't find it that warm. So that was a super quick brow, but so far so good. I like that. We're moving on to lips. This lip liner I had already, and I absolutely love this shade. I carry it in my kit as well. So it's the NYX Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a turn on. Lip liner, a turn on, never knew. Waterproof lip pencil. And it's in the shade Nude Suede Shoes. So I'm just going to line my lips and fill them in as well. This pencil's super creamy. I wanted to give you guys a good liquid lipstick option, a drugstore one, and this is the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in shade Loyalist. It's a nice nudie pink. if you wanted to add a gloss, if you like glosses, NYX has the best glosses. Not even just for drugstore, like just in general. They smell amazing. And they're the NYX Butter Glosses, and they're seriously like so creamy on your lips. This is the shade Eclair. I'm gonna add some more highlight because I'm just that kind of person. Alright everyone, so this is the completed look. I'm super happy with it. There wasn't one product that I tried today that I didn't like. Other than that one shadow, which it could have just not looked good with this makeup look and it wasn't showing up, was the one shadow, the gray purpley shade in this palette. Other than that, I would purchase any of these things. The standout products I would say were this palette and the highlighter. Actually, even the brow pencil, because it is a cool toned shade, and I spent a ton of money on my Anastasia Beverly Hills ones. So honestly, these three products are my #1. If you guys are wanting to see more drugstore looks, let me know, or if you're wanting to see more looks using that one palette, because it's absolutely amazing. And I'm gonna go get the rose gold highlight because, like, seriously. So make sure you guys comment below and let me know any videos you want to see. My social media information will be on the description bar below, and any products I used today. Thank you so much for watching everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!